A while ago, I replaced my old jack that was in my van. I kept it all the time, and I bounced it back and forth between my van and my Jeep. But this thing was big, it was chunky, it was heavy, and it was loud. It is an awesome jack, but it was a lot. So today, we made a change. And in my opinion, my favorite type of jack to use on and off the trail is a bottle jack. There's a couple reasons for that. I like the form factor. I like the ease of use. You could relatively keep it clean and it packs really easy, lightweight, super strong. There's all kinds of good benefits of a good bottle jack. And Al Vans made about the best bottle jack that I've seen. We're going to take a look at the jack today. We're going to try to jack the van up, and then we're going to just kind of roll over to the Jeep and make sure it works on the Jeep as well. The idea is to have one jack for all my vehicles. What I want to do is I want to take the jack out of the box here, set up here so I can get you guys a really good look at the jack. It is a very good looking jack, and it won't take long. Stick with us here. This will be a quick video. We'll crawl under the van once this thing is set up and we'll jack it up. So right off the bat, you have this base piece right here. Now this base piece is in there really tight, and the reason why it's so tight is because you don't want this thing bouncing around, making noise, coming loose and all this other stuff in the box. So take the foam out and just kind of bend the foam around, and the base piece, it's hard to do while I'm looking at the camera, and the base piece will come out really easy. See how this is nice and big? You want something this big when you're in the sand, especially the softer the sand, the crazier the terrain, the bigger the footprint you want. This is all aluminum and it's threaded, so you know you're going to get a really good, tight, secure fit on your jack. We're going to take the shaft out, and we're going to pull the actual jack part out. So this is what your jack looks like. So one of the cool things about this jack here, they make it like dummy proof. So your threads are at the bottom here, but if you notice this guy here, there are actually instructions on how to screw it in. Basically they read rotary joint to get off the base, universal base with balance function, gives you a little thing here, little thing there. So we're just going to screw this into the bottom of the jack. We're then going to take our base and we're going to screw that in. And when that is all nice and tight, this is how it will sit inside the base. So you got the big fat base, you got a nice little etched out footprint where that sits there nice and balanced inside the base. And then of course you got the part of the jack that goes in the top, and this part is what you actually jack up on the bottom of your axle or your frame or however you do it. There is a pin system. So this pin system locks into here, and that's what allows you to adjust the height on the jack. Last, but certainly not least, is the handle. Now, one cool thing about this handle, even the handle has threads, which keeps everything so just nice and tight, you know? The handle slides into the jack, you jack it up. Let's crawl under the vehicle now and give this thing a try. Real quick, one of the things we want to look at is the way that we, I'm going to unscrew this for a sec just so I can show you this in the video. The way that the jack locks and loosens to lower is this little guy right here. So you're just going to take your jack handle, and it has a little cut in it, and that is what you're going to put inside here. I'll see if I can do it backwards. Can't really see it too well. You guys can't see it well either. But you can just loosen it, right? Or tighten it accordingly. However you see fit, right? Just remember righty tighty, lefty loosey. And that will allow the jack to tighten down so it jacks up. I'm way back on here, but I'm going to do it from here anyways, just for the sake of this video. I would try to get it closer to the tire, maybe as close as I could get it to the tire actually, just because the closer I get to the tire, which is what I'm trying to change, the easier it is to get this thing off the ground, right? So let me screw the handle back together. Stick the handle into the, oh, wrong end, sorry. Stick the handle into the jack itself, and we're gonna just jack it up. Now, I'm super tight in here, but I only have like an inch to go before I hit the frame itself. Okay, so we're now on the frame. And we are now going to jack this thing up, and we're gonna, oh yeah, look at that. It's already lifting. And it's pretty effortless once you get cranking on this. And that's another cool thing about bottle jacks is that they're, oh yeah, okay, so my front tire is already off the ground. I could change it accordingly from there. I don't necessarily think we need to show a different angle of that. Everyone kind of probably knows how it goes, but all you really need to worry about is getting the tire just a little bit off the ground so you can clear it. When you're jacking up your vehicle so you can change a tire, you want to actually keep it as close to the ground as possible, but still be able to have the clearance that you need to get the tire off and the new one on. Remember, the tire is flat, so you probably have to go higher because your new tire that you're going to put on is going to be full of air and it's going to be bigger around. This thing is built like a tank. It's lightweight, easy to take around with you in its carrying case, so it's not so like chunky and encumbersome, and it doesn't make any noise when it's strapped down. Guys, trust me when I tell you this, you're going to want one of these. Head on over to Al's website and pick one up for yourself. That's it for me.